Hello from good old Jim. Here's a beautiful basket of potatoes that I grew in my backyard garden, which is not very big, 10 by 14, but I've got potatoes, of course, I harvested last night, tomatoes, cucumbers, beans, and carrots growing back behind me right now. I learned a lot in this process, but it took a while. This is May 10th, and I started back on January 20th. Let's show you how I did it. Okay, here are the seed potatoes that I bought. A little hard to find, but generally feed stores carry them. I found mine at a Tractor Supply store in Katy, Texas. The routine starts today, January 20th, to get to harvest by mid-May. The process needs to end in May as it gets too hot in Houston about that time. They need to have 1 to 2 weeks in bright light and 70 degrees or so to start the process. I figured 10 days. I put them on a south-facing window ledge for that purpose. It's January 30th. We've let them on the shelf for about 10 days, and now they are growing nice little buds on them right there. But we're going to go ahead and cut them now to make them about an inch or so wide. So we're going to cut them down, cut them off, get them cut just like that. And we're going to let them sit for a couple days so this newly cut end seals itself off. This will make it easier and actually better when you plant them so they don't rot when they get in the ground. This would rot if you planted it right now. So we're going to let them sit for 2 or 3 days and we'll take you to the next step then. It's February 4th and I've loosened the soil and I've placed where I want potatoes to go. 12 inches apart in a row, and the rows are 24 inches in length. And I'll show you what comes next. I'm going to dig the hole 4 inches wide. 4 inches wide. Get a little bit of a trench here. And eight inches deep. How do I know it's 8 inches? Because I marked it off on this stick. I want that stick to be, I need to go down just a little bit further to make them deep enough. Get that down there. There. Right, get that down. All right. Am I 8 inches? Let's see. It looks like we are, maybe it's even a little bit long, a little lower, a little lower. All right. I think we got 8 inches. We are now 8 inches down. All is well. All right, now we're going to take the potatoes that we cut the ends off, and very simply we're going to put this side up and put them in the hole. All right, 6 inches long way down, and we're going to cover with 4 inches of dirt. So I'm going to put my stake in there, so figure out my 4 inches. We're going to figure 4 inches of dirt. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're right at 4 inches. So that's where we want to start them for about 2 weeks. Then we'll come back. We're getting a late start because of the nasty 40-degree, rainy, drizzly weather we had. So I'm about 4 days lost here. So we're 4 days behind. So let's see how it goes. All right. We are going to do also potatoes in a pot. I put a 14-inch, which is a 7-gallon pot, 14 inches wide, 12 inches tall, and I fill it with about 3 inches or 4 inches of dirt at the bottom. And I'm going to take the potato seeds that I have, 3 left, and I'm going to place them kind of easily around the edges. All right, and then I will cover those with about 4 inches of dirt and get those started. It's February 25th. 21 days after planting, they are all coming out. First one showed its head about 6 days ago. So it's about 15 days to get them to come up through the dirt. And the ones in the pot are all up too. Moving right along. It's March 3rd. I'm going to fill in up to the ground level because these are really growing quickly. So I'm going to use some soil that I took out of my micro farms. It's trash soil, but it's good compost. So we're going to put that in, tuck it around, put that on each side, and we're going to make this a wonderful, put it up to the level of the ground. Did the same thing with the potted ones. Put the soil up another couple inches in this pot. It's March 24th. They are really growing, as you can see. Wow, look at them grow. Now I'm going to build up around them with some more dirt. This time I'm going to use some organic humus manure. You can use any dirt, but I'm going to use this. It's $1.90 something, and one bag ought to fill what I need to do. So I'm going to use that and give it actually a little bit more nutrients. You've also noticed, maybe, I have 1x4s that I've put up alongside of potatoes plants. And I'm going to build that up so I can actually mound in the dirt in between those, and then mound up the dirt beyond the stems of the plants themselves. Okay, all done. It's built up to the edges of the 1x4s. And correction, it took both bags. So 1 cubic feet times 2 is 2 cubic feet of dirt, or whatever you use, would be what it takes to fill for 6 plants. Now the one in the pot is a different story. It's growing big and big like the other one is, but I made a mistake and really didn't allow enough room to add dirt. I should have started the seeds at 2 inches, not 4 inches above the bottom. Then I could have added dirt, more dirt than I can now. Right now I can only add about 2 to 3 more inches of dirt, which I'm going to do today. It is as full as it can get. I'm not going to be able to add anything more. As the ones in the ground, I'll be able to add some more. This one, I'm done until harvest. Let's see how it produces. It's April 26th. They are starting to droop a little bit. Maybe that's a sign they're not that far from harvest. We'll keep a close eye from here on out. And the pot is also drooping. Look at it starting to fall over. Close to harvest. It's May 10th, and I believe they're ready to harvest. They're looking awful bedraggled right now. Should be something good down there. And the pot is definitely ready. I hope they're still alive down there in that pot. Okay, wasn't much. I was a little disappointed, but we do have something. This is what came out of the ground. And here's what came out of the pot. 4, only 4. I think I could do better the next time. I would have liked to have seen more potatoes, but feel I could do better next time. Typically, potatoes do better in cooler climates. They can be grown in Houston if you grow them during the cooler months. I plan to start the fall crop on about August 10th to get a harvest going around Thanksgiving. That should work around the hot summers where they just don't do well. I'm open to comments. If you have some suggestions I may be able to use on the next one, I'm all ears. So please leave them below. Most definitely, slap a like on this video if it was informative. I'd love to see your results if you decide to try them. I'm Good Old Jim. My YouTube channel is Good Old Jim. If you subscribe there, you'll see how-to videos. Every one of them is a how-to video. So Thank you for watching.